The main highlight of the recent Samsung Galaxy Unpacked is, without a doubt, the new Galaxy Z Fold 8 and Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra. The Fold 8 is a new addition to Samsung's foldable smartphone lineup, and we get the hype. For those of you interested, we've also done a review on the Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Ultra, which you guys can all get to through here. But let's not forget, Samsung also launched the Galaxy Z Flip8. At first glance, it looks like nothing really changed on the outside. It still features a 4.3-inch cover screen, the same set of cameras, and even an identical form factor we've come to love from the Flip series. Sure, there is a new chipset, but what else did Samsung change with the Flip 8? I mean, aside from the bump in price? Let's find out in this review. The overall shape and design of the Galaxy Z Flip 8 remains largely unchanged from its predecessor. It still features a large cover screen along with the dual main camera system. Even the layout remains unchanged. The power button that doubles as a fingerprint scanner and the volume rocker are still located on the right side. Found at the bottom is the USB-C port and one of the loudspeakers. So, what's new? Well, it's a bit hard to notice on camera, but the Z Flip 8 is a lot thinner and lighter than before. It now measures 13.1 millimeters in depth when closed, which is half a centimeter thinner than the Flip 7. The phone is also lighter now, weighing only 180 grams. These changes might be tiny, but we definitely feel them in our hands and pockets. Interestingly, the thinner body is even enough to make the Flip 8 feel somewhat wider than before, despite retaining similar dimensions. It's a very welcome change, and it definitely makes the Galaxy Z Flip 8 feel a lot more refined. Aside from the thinner profile, Samsung says the updated hinge on the Flip 8 makes opening and closing the main display easier as well. But to us, it feels pretty much the same. To add to that, the Galaxy Z Flip 8 retains an IP68 rating like before. So yes, this foldable doesn't mind getting a bit wet, but as always, keep it away from salt water. The display of the Z Flip 8 remains largely unchanged from the Z Flip 7. It still comes with a 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X main display with a 120Hz adaptive refresh rate. Similar to the main display, the cover screen continues to measure 4.1 inches with a 120Hz refresh rate as well. Both displays can reach up to 2600 nits of peak brightness, so visibility outdoors is still pretty good. All things considered, there's not much to complain about the displays of the Z Flip 8. The main display is bright, smooth, and great for watching videos or playing games. The cover screen is also big enough to do most things without having to open the clamshell form factor. One noticeable improvement is the crease. See? It's not even that noticeable in the camera. Thanks to the updated hinge, the crease on the main display is a lot less visible. You can still feel it when running your fingers across the screen, but, well, visually, it's much harder to notice than before. The stereo speakers are also decent. They get loud enough for watching videos, although the sound quality and soundstage aren't particularly impressive. For longer listening sessions, we'd still recommend a good pair of Bluetooth headphones. For biometrics, users can still choose between a side-mounted fingerprint scanner or face unlock. Both work fast, but the fingerprint scanner is one of the fastest ones we've tried so far. Moving on to the cameras. Samsung didn't actually change the hardware here either. The Galaxy Z Flip 8 still comes with a 50-megapixel main camera and a 12-megapixel ultrawide along with a 10-megapixel inner selfie camera. That might sound disappointing to some, but the cameras on the Flip 7 were capable as is. And the same can be said about the ones on the Flip 8. The images have plenty of detail, good dynamic range, with a cool white balance as expected from Samsung phones. Low light shots are also pretty good, especially with the main camera, although like before, there is a drop in quality when using the ultra-wide in low light situations. But that is to be expected considering it sports the same sensors. When it comes to video, the Flip 8 can record at up to 4K at 60 frames per second, The quality is similar to what we saw in the images. The footage comes out sharp and features nice colors even when using the main camera in various lighting conditions. However, the quality does start to drop once users zoom beyond 4x or use the ultrawide in low light. Instead, what's new on the Flip 8 are the new camera features, which trickled down from the Galaxy S26 series. These include AI-powered stereo bokeh for more natural-looking portrait shots, while Super Steady now comes with horizontal lock to keep videos level even when the phone rotates. There's also flip shot and dual recording, which takes advantage of the foldable design. These are small additions, but they make the Flip 8 a little bit more versatile for taking photos and videos. Under its panels is where the Galaxy Z Flip 8 gets its biggest upgrade. It now packs the new Exynos 2600 chipset, which we first saw with the Samsung Galaxy S26 series earlier this year. And depending on the config, we can pair it up with 12GB of RAM and up to 512GB of internal storage. The Exynos 2600 is built on Samsung's 2nm process, and according to the brand, this is supposed to be a lot faster and more capable than before. And yes, the phone does feel fast and fluid in use. Apps open quickly, multitasking is smooth, and there were no issues with everyday use. Gaming is also much better suited for the new chipset. Heavy titles like Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero run well, while lighter games obviously have no problem at all. The phone can still get a little toasty during longer gaming sessions, but it doesn't actually affect gameplay. And considering how thin the Flip 8 is, the heat isn't particularly surprising. What is interesting is that in other markets, the Galaxy Z Flip 8 comes with a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset. It would be interesting to see how the Exynos 2600 stacks up against that, but no doubt this chip is more than capable for all the games and apps you want to run. For those interested in benchmarks, they're on screen. Out of the box, the Galaxy Z Flip 8 runs on Android 17, skinned with One UI 9. It's largely the same Samsung experience we already know, but with more features designed around the foldable form factor. The biggest change is the Flex window. Samsung has made the 4.1-inch cover screen much more useful, with better access to widgets, apps, notifications, music controls, and even some Galaxy AI features. You can now do a lot more without opening the phone, which is exactly how we think a flip phone should work. We could even use Google Gemini through the cover screen alone. Although for tougher questions like asking for hotels and flights, we would still prefer opening the phone to easily see the complete info. Other than that, One UI 9 still feels very familiar. Samsung's usual apps are here, along with Samsung DeX support, and there's still no major bloatware to worry about. Last but not the least is battery, which is another thing Samsung didn't change with this iteration. It still comes with a 4300 mAh battery, so there's no increase in capacity from the Flip 7. For normal use, the battery should comfortably get you through most of the day. However, gaming will drain it much faster. In our PCMark 3.1 battery test, the Z Flip 8 lasted 17 hours and 11 minutes. The Flip 8 also retains 25 watts of wired charging, along with wireless charging and wireless power shares. While battery life is decent, charging speeds are still nothing special for a flagship level phone. As for connectivity, we get eSIM support, 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, NFC, and USB-C. Overall, there aren't many changes on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8. It's more of a refresh of the Flip 7, which saw major improvements over the Z Flip 6. The thinner design helps make the phone feel easier to carry around, and the new chipset is definitely powerful enough to match the Qualcomm Snapdragon unit in the Fold 8 series. And if it isn't, most users won't really notice the difference in everyday use. With that, we'd like to think Samsung decided not to fix what isn't broken this year. It features the same cameras, the same display, and even the same battery. but those were never huge issues with the Z Flip 7. In fact, one can assume that those models are still up to spec today. And maybe we want a better set of cameras, but that's probably it. So for those planning to trade in their Z Flip 7 for the new Z Flip 8, we wouldn't recommend doing so. But if you're someone using a much older handset from at least 5 years ago, whether it flips, folds, or just sits there, the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8 may be worth considering. That's assuming you don't mind coughing up a lot more cash than before. For reference, the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8 with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage now starts at 77,990 pesos, while the 12 plus 5 12GB variant retails for 91,990 pesos. While there are discounts available, these prices are still a lot more expensive than before. Damn chip shortage, you know what I mean? Still, what do you guys think of the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8? Would you cop this, or does the new Galaxy Fold 8 seem more interesting to you? Whatever the case, share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, found it informative, educational, or factual, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that bell icon so you get notified for our future uploads. Be sure to visit utech.com and follow us on all our socials for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8, Miguel T, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.